Imagine waking up every morning with no shelter, no technology, and danger waiting just beyond your sight. This was real life for early humans during the long and dangerous period known as the Stone Age. There were no cities or farms, only wild land, animals, and the constant struggle to survive. Every single day began with one critical question: how can we stay alive today? Food was never guaranteed because every meal depended on skill, luck, and dangerous choices. Hunting required patience, strength, teamwork, and timing that could decide life or death. But animals were not the only threat humans feared in this unforgiving prehistoric world. Weather could change without warning, turning normal days into deadly struggles for survival. There were no doctors, only shared knowledge passed carefully from one generation to another. And this is only the beginning of discovering what life was truly like in the Stone Age. Fire changed everything for early humans, turning cold nights into warmth, fear into safety, and darkness into something they could finally control. Fire brought people together, allowing families to gather, share food, tell stories, and survive the night as one group. Stone tools allowed humans to hunt better, cut meat, prepare hides, and shape their world with their own hands. Animal skins were not decoration, but protection from cold, wind, injury, and the harsh world around them. Even with tools and fire, danger never disappeared because predators still watched, waited, and hunted humans just like prey. Survival depended on knowledge passed carefully through generations because mistakes often meant injury, hunger, or death. When food disappeared, early humans moved on, traveling vast distances in search of animals, water, and safer land. Caves and natural shelters offered safety from storms, predators, and the freezing cold of long nights. Early humans began leaving marks on stone, creating symbols and art that expressed belief, memory, and identity. This journey into the Stone Age is far from over, so stay with us to discover how humanity slowly became civilization. Fire was no longer accidental. It became a tool humans guarded carefully because its light created safety in a world filled with hidden danger. Someone always stayed awake, watching shadows and listening carefully, while others slept, trusting one person to guard the group. Children learned survival not through lessons, but by watching adults closely, copying movements, and remembering what kept them alive. Hunting together increased success as humans learned to surround animals, communicate silently, and share responsibility for the risk. After the hunt, food was shared equally, strengthening trust and ensuring every member of the group survived. Injury or illness often meant death, teaching early humans grief, loss, and the painful understanding that survival was never guaranteed. When land could no longer support them, early humans made difficult choices, gathering tools and memories before moving forward together once again. Each new landscape demanded different skills, forcing humans to rethink tools, hunting methods, and how they interacted with nature. Over time, humans began thinking beyond today, storing food, choosing safer places, and preparing for seasons they could now predict. These small choices slowly changed humanity, guiding people away from constant survival and toward the earliest foundations of civilization. For the first time, early humans returned to the same land again and again, realizing some places offered water, food, safety, and long-term survival. Shelters slowly became stronger and more permanent as humans built not only for one night, but for many returns across changing seasons. Food was no longer eaten immediately as early humans learned to preserve meat and plants for future days of hunger. By watching plants and animals closely, early humans began recognizing seasonal patterns, learning when food appeared, disappeared, and returned again. As certain areas proved valuable, early humans began protecting land that provided reliable water, shelter, and food for their group. Over time, tools became more specialized, allowing early humans to hunt, cut, build, and prepare food with greater efficiency. As daily tasks increased, early humans began focusing on specific roles, allowing cooperation, efficiency, and shared responsibility to grow. As resources became more predictable, early humans moved less often, remaining longer in one place unless conditions truly failed. Knowledge was no longer temporary, as stories, skills, and lessons were remembered, repeated, and passed carefully from one generation to another.
We hold the past in our hands and carry it forward.
Humanity now stood between survival and civilization, ready to take the next step that would forever change how people lived. By saving and planting certain seeds, early humans began shaping nature itself, taking the first careful steps toward farming. Humans slowly formed bonds with certain animals, learning that cooperation could provide protection, food, and help with daily survival. As settlements grew, humans sometimes competed over land and resources, forcing them to choose between conflict, cooperation, or careful negotiation. During moments of tension and decision, certain individuals emerged as leaders, guiding groups through choices that affected everyone's survival. To live together peacefully, early humans formed simple rules, shaping behavior and reducing conflict within growing settlements. By working together on shared tasks, early humans increased productivity, reduced individual risk, and strengthened the bonds that held communities together. As skills and resources differed, early humans began exchanging goods, discovering that trade could benefit everyone involved. As food became more reliable, populations slowly grew, forcing humans to organize space, resources, and daily life more carefully. As communities grew larger, differences in skill, access, and influence slowly created social distinctions within early human societies. Shared land, shared rules, and shared memory slowly transformed groups into communities, creating identities that defined who belonged together. As humans faced forces they could not control, belief and ritual emerged, offering meaning, comfort, and explanations for the unknown. Belief became visible through symbols and sacred objects, allowing early humans to express ideas, identity, and meaning beyond words. Rituals began marking birth, death, and loss, helping early humans face fear, grief, and uncertainty together as a community. By creating images on stone, early humans preserved stories, beliefs, and experiences, turning memory into something permanent and shared. Through rhythm, sound, and movement, early humans strengthened emotional bonds, turning gatherings into powerful moments of shared connection. To explain storms, animals, and the sky above, early humans created myths that helped them understand a world filled with mystery. Certain locations became sacred, set apart from daily life, where humans gathered to connect with forces they believed shaped existence. Some individuals became spiritual guides, using ritual, plants, and belief to heal sickness and guide their communities through uncertainty. Belief systems began guiding behavior, shaping rules about right and wrong, strengthening unity, and influencing how communities treated one another. Belief united people beyond survival, shaping values, traditions, and identities that would guide humanity into the first civilizations. Humans began building stronger homes from stone and wood, creating shelters meant to last through seasons, storms, and generations. With permanent homes secured, humans refined tools and techniques, allowing skilled craftsmanship to improve efficiency, durability, and daily life. By guiding water across the land, early humans increased harvests, proving nature could be shaped rather than only followed. Food surpluses changed society, allowing planning, population growth, and the rise of influence for those who controlled storage and distribution. As resources gained value, conflicts increased, forcing communities to defend land, food, and the systems that sustained them. To protect what they built, humans organized defense, marking the beginning of planned conflict and early forms of warfare. Walls and boundaries reshaped human life, separating safety from danger and defining who belonged within a growing settlement. As settlements expanded, paths became planned streets, shaping movement, trade, and daily interaction within early human communities. As cities grew complex, decisions required discussion and authority, leading to early systems of leadership and collective governance. With governance, walls, and planned space, humanity crossed a threshold, transforming settlements into the world's first true cities. As cities expanded, spoken rules were no longer enough, pushing humans toward fixed laws that could outlast memory. Marks and symbols began recording events, trade, and knowledge, allowing societies to remember far more than any single person. When humans learned to shape metal, tools and weapons transformed, accelerating progress and permanently altering the balance of power. As skills and power concentrated, societies formed classes, separating leaders, workers, warriors, and artisans within growing civilizations. Trade connected distant communities, spreading goods, ideas, and technologies far beyond the boundaries of any single city. As cities expanded, leadership centralized, giving rise to kings who ruled through authority, tradition, and control over resources. Monuments rose to honor gods, rulers, and victories, preserving power and memory long after individual lives had ended. Written laws formalized justice, replacing personal judgment with shared rules that promised order, fairness, and lasting stability. Powerful cities expanded into empires, spreading control, culture, and influence across vast lands through conquest, alliance, and administration. From stone tools to empires, humanity's journey shaped the world we live in today, and the story is still being written. If you enjoyed this journey through humanity's past, subscribe to explore more stories that reveal how our world was shaped. Human history is filled with untold stories, Subscribe to continue discovering how the past connects directly to our lives today. The story of humanity never truly ends. Subscribe now and continue exploring the journey of who we are.